Senja is a small island in the Norwegian fjords. It's a little bit south from Tromsø, so it sits somewhere between 69 and 70 degrees north.
It's set on a fjord, so you drive up to the hotel, it's kind of a mountainous backdrop, and then it's just beautiful. And everyone says that about Senja, and we're not supposed to say beautiful in our office. It's a bit of a bad word, but it is beautiful. You know, it looks like something out of a fantasy film.
The landscape is really dramatic in Senja. It has huge mountains that just rise straight out of the water. That is probably the strongest image and the most powerful image that I took away with me. It's a perfect backdrop for hopefully seeing the Northern Lights. I've seen the Northern Lights a lot in this job, luckily. I've seen them in lots of different countries. But my viewing in Senja was probably one of the most dramatic and the one that impacted me the most. And I think it's because of huge mountains just rising straight from the ocean, and then to see the Northern Lights behind that was quite powerful, and I felt quite emotional at the time.
It's prime Aurora zone, you're far from any light pollution, you're right above the Arctic Circle. You're kind of in exactly the right location for it should the solar activity and the cloud cover be on your side. Quite often you can see them above the hotel, you don't have to go very far.
The accommodation in Senja is probably some of the highest standards that we've got. It has floor-to-ceiling windows which look straight out onto the fjord.
You go in, you've got the bedroom and then like a living room, kitchen area. They've all got either a patio or a balcony, so you've got really good views from wherever you stay. And they're really cosy. They're so passionate about their hotel. They're always eager for anyone to come and see it and to come and stay. And it's somewhere where you kind of feel at home. The restaurant there is lovely. You know, they have all these local delicacies. They do specialise in the cod's tongue, which sounds awful, but it's actually really nice. So I would recommend trying that when you're there.
Food in Senja is delicious. The dish I remember most eating in Senja was cod tongues, which doesn't sound very appealing, but they're absolutely fantastic.
But they've also got kind of a huge range of international dishes. You can get like lasagna, pasta, meat, veg, that kind of thing. They take a real amount of time over their food.
Senja probably, aside from seeing the Northern Lights, is probably most visited by people who want to try and experience the wildlife.
One of the things that Senja is known for is the whale safaris that they have. Quite often the whales will come directly into the harbour, and they're attracted by the herring, which attracts the sperm whales. They come every season, and it's one of the only places in the world as well where the sperm whales and the orcas will eat side by side. It's not a common occurrence. When we were there we saw a couple of sperm whales, and they're quite unique in that they do this kind of dive that they do down into the water, and their tails fleck out, and that's when you get the kind of really good shot of them.
December time through to February is when the whales are migrating down the Norwegian coast. It happens at a different time every year, obviously with it again being a natural phenomenon, just like the Northern Lights. You can never say the exact date. You can see orcas, humpbacks, and also other whales as well.
They do the guided sightseeing, so they'll take you out along the tourist route that they have there. It's like one of the famous Norwegian travel routes that you can go on, and so they take you to all these viewpoints, and you can get a look over the fjords and the mountains. So yeah, it's a beautiful way to see it, and the guides there are so knowledgeable, so they'll chat to you about various local history and local customs, that kind of thing.
One of the activities that you can do in Senja is Arctic bathing, which is as it sounds. You put on big suits that's going to keep you warm and dry, and then float around and bob around in the fjords.
The snowshoe hunt for the Northern Lights, you kind of get given your snowshoes, you strap them on, and then the guide will take you out to a nearby vantage point. It's quite an easy walk that they go on, it's quite relaxed. You can't really walk very fast in the snowshoes anyway.
The Northern Lights lighthouse at Senja is a perfect place to look for the Northern Lights. It's not actually a lighthouse, but it's a building that is in the shape of a lighthouse in a prominent position on an outcrop of rocks. So it has 360-degree view. One side you can see the mountains, and from the other side you can see out into the Norwegian fjords. Its prominent position means that you have a perfect view of the northern skies. Senja has the advantage that it's kind of a
all-winter destination, and all summer actually. But in terms of the Northern Lights, anytime from September to early April, you can go to Senja and you have a really good chance of seeing them. The autumn months are really lovely because it's not as cold and you've got all the greenery and turning colours of the leaves. But in the winter, anytime between December and early April. Some people prefer to go kind of February, March time because you get a bit more daylight hours. But really in terms of the Northern Lights, you can go at any time and you stand a really good chance of seeing them. Expect it to be as lovely as it looks in the pictures, because it really is. It's one of the places that we talk about a lot in our office, and we talk about how beautiful it is and how idyllic and picturesque.